Have you ever just seen something and for some reason you just uncontrollably hear a beat in your mind? Well, today, every time I see this car, for some reason all I can hear is El perreo no se quita cuando se pone bien linda, just playing. But let me introduce you to the Papito package from the factory, the 2021 Hyundai Elantra N Line. Let's talk about it. What is up, guys? It is Miguel, your car guy, and today we are talking finally the Elantra N Line. The last video I posted was the Sonata N Line, but today we are talking about the Elantra N Line. Now remember, I am a real sales consultant here, so if you happen to live in Orlando and need this or any other Hyundai, click that first link in the description below that says schedule with Miguel. That way I can guarantee that once you get here, you'll be having me and we can have a little bit of fun. Now, if you can't buy a car from me, no worries, go ahead and like, subscribe, and share. That way you and I can keep on growing the channel big and strong. And remember, this video is going to be covering the N Line specifically. So if you're looking at square footage in the trunk, this is not the video. But if you're interested, go ahead, click this little video right here and see the technicals about the Elantras in the SEL trim. But without further ado, let's go ahead and dive in and find out what makes the N Line the N Line. Starting off with the exterior appearance, you can see that the N Line is the most aggressive Elantra of the 2021 iteration. It is absolutely massive, and of course, still having those trademark Hyundai lines, like the cascading grille, paying an homage to the metal's heritage that Hyundai used to actually build their own car, because Hyundai is a metal company. And being that it is the sporty N Line, you also do have these big old vents for the side air curtain, meaning that when air goes into the front grille, it's directed around the tire, giving it better aerodynamic stability, which is exactly what you want at higher speeds. Speaking of the rims, the N Line gets their own exclusive wheel design with these 18-inch rims looking absolutely lovely, chrome and black, really evoking that sportiness that the N Line embodies. And yes, you do see N Line badges on the side of the car and even on the grille, just like on the Sonata, letting you know that it's packing quite a secret. Now, if you're wondering about the secret, all you have to do is go ahead and pop up the hood and you will be greeted by the heart of this beast. It is a 1.6 liter turbocharged four-cylinder. It's actually giving you 201 horsepower and 195 pound-feet of torque. And that is absolutely crazy, because if you figure the 1.6 turbo on the Sonata has 180 horsepower and 191 pound-feet of torque, so an Elantra 1.6 is tuned to be more performance-y than the 1.6 turbo on the Sonata. Now, the Sonata does have an N, which is even more ridiculous, but just to say that this Elantra is more powerful than a Sonata Limited, that's crazy. But the crazier part is that you still do have a dual clutch transmission, making you shift that quick. If you do like driving very spiritedly, but also want to save the polar bears, do not worry, because in the city, you will be getting 28 miles per gallon, and on the highway, you'll be getting 36 miles per gallon, and you still have the bonus of having all that power underneath your right foot. Getting to the back of the car, you still see this very wide brake light with the light bar in the middle. It's almost like the Hyundai engineers decided to pay homage to the letter H in Hyundai and make it across the entire back of the car. I absolutely love that. And of course, it is a sporty model, so you also do get an integrated spoiler from the factory, which is absolutely lovely and blending right into those angular lines of the car. And when you look underneath the rear bumper, you also do have this diffuser, again making it look very sporty. But what are looks without the performance? And you do see these dual tip exhausts, so let's go ahead and take a listen. I love that little flutter thing that it does with the exhaust. I don't know, it's amazing. But now that we're actually on the inside of the car, you can see how spacious the Elantra N Line still is, because it is still an Elantra, but it is an Elantra with an attitude. I mean, just look at the interior. Everything is blacked out and smoked. The seats, they have this dark tint to it, and also these little patterns that are in integrated into the cloth. And yes, you still have leather bolstering on the front seats with the red stitching. Another cool thing is that even if you look on the doors, you still have that red stitching throughout the front door panels. And if you focus on the door handles, you can still see that you have that black smoked out look, making it look absolutely threatening and absolutely awesome. Looking here at the center console, you can still see that you have the massive touchscreen with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Looking a little bit lower down there, you see the dials on the dual zone air conditioning again are blacked out, and being that this is the N Line, you also do have the N Line shifter. I love that shifter. And if you look behind it, yes, you still do have a wireless charging pad for your Elantra. That way, if you forget the cable at home, don't worry, put your phone right there if it can charge wirelessly, and bam, it's charging wirelessly. And yes, when you divert your eyes to the sky, not only will you see the black headliner of the Elantra, giving that little bit of extra attitude, but you will also see that beautiful sunroof, really making it more appealing for those Sunday afternoon drives when the weather is just right. Focusing on the steering wheel, you will see that again, it is that dark carry through black look with the leather and the red stitching on the steering wheel even there. And of course, the N Line, you do have these perforated sides, so that way when you're holding it at 9 and 3 o'clock, you will be able to have control regardless of whether your hands are a little sweaty from all that excited driving you'll be doing. And of course, N Line dual clutch, you got to put on the paddle shifters on there. That way you can go ahead and downshift and then go ahead and upshift again to get the right RPM for the corner you're about to tackle. Now, looking through the steering wheel, you will see that you also do have the deep and sunken in electroluminescent gauge cluster, really making it easy to see the speed that you're going, even if you don't see the digital display at the time. And finally, everybody has been asking since the Elantras came out, but the N Line is the first Elantra to integrate the drive mode button on this little panel next to the cluster. That way, if you go ahead and push it, you will be shifting through the drive modes all by the touch of that button. I really do like that aesthetic. I would like to see it in the rest of the Elantras, just a little bit of cohesiveness, but at the end of the day, it's another unique factor of the N Line. Now, I am reminding you of how special this car continues to make the driver feel, but it is still an Elantra, so you are not going without all the modern convenience and safety features. It still has auto brake assist. You still have blind spot monitors, so that way you will know if someone's next to you. You still have lane keeping assist. You still have lane following assist. You have all the stuff that makes the Elantra such a great seller. It's just turned up another notch with the N Line. And so guys, that has been a quick little review on the 2021 Hyundai Elantra N Line. And no, I didn't talk about every little single minor change on the car because it would take way too long and I'm too far for that. But if you liked the video, go ahead, like, subscribe, and share. And remember, if you live in Central Florida and need any Hyundai, including the N Line, click that link in the description, schedule time with me, and we can make it so easy for you. But until next time, guys, I'm Miguel, your car guy, and I'll see you soon. Do you ever just see something and instantly a beat starts playing in your head? Well, for today, this next car, all I can hear is, oh crap. All right, so let's get this cold start on the Elantra. It's gonna be cool. This is nice. Is it just me or does this look a little tilted? Like, I don't know, it looks tilted, right? I think so.